Hey guys, Harry here. Well, seeing as Battlefield 4 is my main game for this channel, I've been meaning to start a Battlefield 4 talk / news kind of series. This is my first installment, so I hope you guys really enjoy it. Anyway, lots of stuff has come to Battlefield 4 lately in terms of weapon nerfs, buffs, and of course the main one, Naval Strike DLC. There is a lot of videos already out there that show Naval Strike footage from EA's events. I have to say though that it just looks amazing. I'm so glad we're getting some fresh, new content. Personally, I think the past DLCs haven't been that impressive, especially China Rising. But also we need to realize, even though the Titan mode looks completely badass, but at the end of the day, it's still Battlefield 4. We still have the bad hit reg and the netcode issues, and I really hope it doesn't spoil Naval Strike. Now, as for the recent R30 patch update, if you want to see the complete patch notes, there's a link down the bottom in the description. I'm just going to cover some of the points really briefly. There was quite a few bug fixes that obviously needed to be fixed, like equipping the AA mine and the rocket launcher. There has been a lot of nerfs as well, and will definitely anger some people. The first one is the javelin damage has been reduced from 34% to 30%. And I know this is a touchy subject, as many people say there's just way too much anti-vehicle and anti-air weapons in the game, so I can kind of see this nerf being justified. Active rate of missile cone has been reduced from 5 degrees to 2 degrees. Yep, completely agree with this nerf. You can literally take out a helicopter in the spawn with these things. They really needed to be nerfed. Active protection went from 30 seconds to a 35-second recharge time. That I don't agree with. I really do think we have way too much anti-vehicle weapons, so I really don't see why the active radar needed this nerf. Zuni rockets for the attack helicopters have been readjusted. The last adjustment made them way too strong, and apparently it's been toned down to 50%. I'm not entirely too sure what that means, but that's just what it says in the patch notes. Now, the AWS nerf. Yes, we all saw this coming. I mean, that thing was just an absolute beast. Its left and right recoil has been increased. If you guys on the PC have unlocked this gun early on, then you'll know its power. I had an absolute blast with this LMG. It's been absolutely great. It was basically a fast firing laser beam. I actually had an AWS review coming out soon, but I decided not to release it, as I wanted to see it in its final form when Naval Strike is released. Also, DICE said its side-to-side recoil is increased to balance it with other 800 RPM LMGs, and to keep its unique firing behavior. I'm a little bit confused on what the term unique firing behavior means. I hope that doesn't mean it's going to keep the assault rifle bullets, or is it referring to the low upwards recoil? I just hope by the time Naval Strike is out, the AWS is actually shooting LMG rounds. For those who don't know, AWS is currently, well, I think it's bugged. It's actually shooting assault rifle bullets. That means it doesn't have that superior suppression. The Stinger and the IGLA rockets damage have been reduced to 35%, down from 45% against scout attack helicopters and jets. Yet another adjustment we really needed. The Stinger is really good, considering you can potentially hold 5 of the rockets and pretty much makes you a portable human anti-air defense system. On that note, the flip impact caused by the Stinger and the IGLA impacts have been toned down. All these changes to the AA are really needed, I think, and I hope it just makes flying helicopters more enjoyable. Now let's move on to Naval Strike. Like I said, some of the top Battlefield 4 YouTubers like Jack Frags and Level Cap have some really great footage of the new maps, so check them out if you're interested. And from what I've seen, the maps look pretty amazing. I mean, I'm really glad DICE have put a lot of effort into their design. However, I don't like how Titan mode ends. It really disappointed me. If you played Battlefield 2142, Titan mode was such an epic game mode, and at the end you had like 20 seconds or so just to get off the Titan before it blows up, and it was some of the most intense, fun gameplay I ever had in a Battlefield game. I remember as a kid playing Titan mode in 2142 over and over. It was just such great fun. Now, all we get in Battlefield 4 is as soon as the last MCOM is activated, bam, the game ends. Nothing to show what happens after or anything. Now, it seems like DICE have had some technical limitations, or else I assume the awesome ending would have been implemented. I can't help but think these limitations are actually the limitations of the last generation consoles. I just hope in the future we can get a better ending to Titan mode. Believe it or not, some people are already complaining about Naval Strike, saying that the hovercrafts are just really stupid and there's no real naval warfare. I can kind of see their point with the naval combat, naval warfare type of comment. I would have liked maybe a mini submarine that we could control, or maybe even a small destroyer ship of some kind, but I think that's going a bit too far, though it would be so awesome to control a destroyer. I mean, am I right, guys? One thing about Naval Strike that really appeals to me is the maps also concentrate on infantry combat, which is what I really do enjoy. I really don't want to be playing in some big open space surrounded by water and just getting completely owned by one dude with these stupid attack boat. The maps in Naval Strike are called Wavebreaker, Lost Island, Nansha Strike, and Operation Morter. Wavebreaker has a really cool submarine bunker complex with these doors that can stop attack boats from coming in. I believe the evolution for this map involves a submarine that's kind of on these stilts that can be broken, making the submarine crash down and killing anyone that's around it, I'm assuming. This complex seems like it would be a nice confined area for infantry combat. Lost Island seems to be a smaller map that's split up between a lot of smaller islands. As for the Levolution, there seems to be a commercial aircraft that has crash landed in the middle of the island and can be blown up to provide cover for yourself. I definitely do like the smaller map, as I do like things a bit more confined, but not confined like Operation Metro Locker type of way. I also read that there's jets in this map as well, so I'm not too sure how that's going to work out. Also, apparently a few people told me there's a big Easter egg if you swim out to the water, and I'm wondering if Megalodon will finally show himself. Nansha Strike kind of reminds me of Paracel Storm, but without the really crazy weather effects. It also seems like there's a big island right in the middle that's divided three ways by a river, and it seems like it has lots of smaller islands surrounding it. Also, this map has a very interesting tunnel with some Chinese text on the wall. I've been hearing from some people its translation is Underground Project 273. For the sake of the people, be prepared for battle, war, and for famine, desolation. I don't know if this has anything to do with Phantom Program Phase 2. That has recently been discovered, but time will tell. Operation Morter, I really like how the map starts at dawn and progresses into day. There is also a really cool cannon that can be controlled by infantry. I believe there's an achievement for this as well, if you manage to kill someone with it. And it does appear this map to be a very open field style. I'm assuming recons will absolutely love it. I personally don't use the sniper rifles that much, so this map doesn't really appeal to me. Also, just one side thing, I've been reading recently that apparently this is the last DLC we're actually getting from Stockholm DICE Studios. The next two DLCs will actually be from LA DICE Studio. Now onto some things I personally want to know. The AR-160 assault rifle currently has the exact same recoil stats as the Scar H, but with the 2518 damage model. It really seems like a pointless weapon. Why not just use a Scar H with the high damage model, or any other assault rifle for that matter? Also, when is the kill cam bug going to be fixed, and when are we going to see these improvements to netcode? Can you imagine if Battlefield 4 had a perfect netcode and it had the 100 Hz tick rate? It could possibly literally be the best FPS game ever. So anyway guys, that about wraps things up for my first installment of Battlefield 4 talk. Let me know what you think of my first episode. Question of the week is for my viewers: were you expecting more actual naval combat in the upcoming Naval Strike DLC? And do you think we deserve a better ending to Titan mode? Remember, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for future content. I hope you guys are enjoying Battlefield 4, so take care and I'll see you next time.